Hey guys, welcome to the 140th C# tutorial that I'm making for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to have a splash screen for your application. And a splash screen is basically just the form or screen, or whatever you want to call it, that will load before your actual application does. So this could tell the user that settings are being written, or the application is loading, or something like that. And typically it has like the an icon for your application and I don't know, information about your application. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is add an actual form for our splash screen. So we're just going to go up to Project and add Windows Form. Then we're just going to make sure Windows Form is selected, and I'm just going to rename it to Splash Screen, but you can call it anything you would like. And once you have the name you want, just go ahead and click Add. Alright, so here's our splash screen form, and the first thing that we're going to want to do is make it so there's no border at all around this, so that we can only have like an image on it or text or something like that. So just select your form, go over to the Properties panel and change the form border style to None. And that just basically takes away everything, because all we're going to be having on this form is a picture box. Now you can add obviously a status label or something like that, but we're not going to get into that in this tutorial. So I'm just going to have a picture box with information about my application in it, and I just made something quick in Paint because this obviously isn't like an actual application, but you're typically going to want to have information about your application and what's going on at the moment and why the screen is appearing. Alright, so once you have your picture box all positioned and stuff, just go ahead and right click on your form and click View Code. So what we're going to want to do is basically have this form show for 2 seconds, and then once this form is done showing, we're going to want to load up Form 1. So with our form selected, just go over to the Events and go over to Show, and then just double click on that. And this event will basically occur when the form is shown on your screen. So what we're going to want to do right here is just create a new timer up here. I'll just call it T, and then we're going to set T equal to a new timer. We're going to want to set the interval for 200 milliseconds or 2 seconds, so that after these 200 milliseconds or 2 seconds are up, we're going to show the actual form. And then we're just going to want to start the timer so that the timer will actually begin. And then following that, we're going to want to create a new event handler for when the timer ticks, so that we can have the form show when the timer ticks. Alright, so now as soon as the timer ticks, we just want it to stop, because we only want one form to be shown. Then following that, we're going to just want to create a new Form 1, I'll just call it F, and set it equal to a new Form 1. And then we're just going to want to show our Form 1. And then we're going to want to hide this splash screen form. So we're just going to say this.hide. And this just refers to this class right here. So we're just going to be hiding the form. Alright, so we can't debug yet, because currently the form that will load first is this Form 1 right here. And we want this splash screen one to load first. So we're going to have to go over to the Program class, or just go over to your Solution Explorer and select the Program class. And we're not going to want to run a new Form 1, we're going to want to run a new splash screen. So this will be the form that will load on startup. Alright, and I'm just going to dock this picture box in the parent container on this Form 1. Make it look a little bit better. And I'm too lazy to resize it, but you should probably make your splash screen look nice. Alright. And the last thing that we're going to want to do is when this closes, we're going to want to have it do application.exit instead of just close, because close will only close the current form that's on. We want to do application.exit so that it will exit out of both the splash screen and this Form 1. Even though we can't see the splash screen form, it'll still be there, and we're still going to have to exit out of it. So just select your form and go down to Form Closed. And then we're just going to want to do application.exit, and that will just basically close everything, every form and everything to do with your application. It'll just exit out of it all. Alright, so now when we debug here, we should see our splash screen. Yep, it says Atom. And then after 2 seconds, our form loads. And now when we exit out, our application should close. Yep, perfect. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial on setting up a splash screen. So see you guys.